How's it going, everyone? This is Maya, hello, and welcome back to Sonic 2 Blind. This may be the finale, I think. I don't know for sure, but judging by the fact that it feels like final Wing Fortress Zone, maybe like it has like a final countdown feel to it, sort of. We're kind of getting into like Eggman's ships. Oh god, oh god, oh god, my ring, no. Alright, just have Zen, but don't screw this up. Don't screw this up. Oh, I thought I could phase through you. So Wing Fortress Zone. Last time I did this zone and I wasn't a big fan of it, but it appears that we're near the end anyway. And I'm gonna try to be zen as possible, because I feel like playing while angry just makes for a bad experience, and I've been pretty frustrated with the game in the past 2 videos, and that doesn't really make for good memories of the game. So, try to have a good time, even though people say that what's up ahead in the game, or what's left of the game, isn't truly the best moment of my life. But if I have to backtrack back to here, so be it. Just have that attitude. Whoa, 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 whoa. But yeah, like, this may be the finale, considering that there doesn't seem to be a lot left in the game, because I have been able to peek at the names of the zones whenever I use the level selector code, and it seemed like there's like one additional zone after this, so my assumption is that this is the second to last level. But even then, like, near the end, the zones have 1 act each. Someone told me that there were a lot of levels that were planned for Sonic 2, but they were dropped in development. That's kind of like why, for example, Metropolis Zone had 3 acts instead of 2, because the 3rd act was actually something left over from a previous zone. That person said that a zone was named Genocide Zone. Maybe? But they also said that... I guess I'm not really getting this boss at all. This boss is not easy, unfortunately. And this is also my last life, unfortunately. My ring, no! Okay, this is not it. This won't do it. Just get on one of those platforms. Silly. Let's try this again, shall we? I wish I got more rings, but I actually got 100 rings beforehand, but then lost my rings. Oh, my shield. I don't like this boss, to be honest, though. Get that ring. God, going down to 1 ring already. Let's see here. Like, you need to know, like, the perfect time to hit that. I think my problem is that I don't even know how to approach this boss to begin with. Like, I don't know the good strategies for this boss, if there are any. Like, I feel like there's something you need to do well against the boss, but I don't know. But yeah, so in the best case scenario, I'll be approaching this boss with like 4 lives maybe, but I hate them. Why am I not picking up the rings? My rings are gone. I also need... Come on. Oh no, oh no. My ring was taken away from me like that. Okay, 2 hits. Not bad. It seems like bosses take 8 hits. So 2 out of 8 isn't bad. Maybe counting hits will bring some sanity, but that may also drive you to insanity, perhaps. Who knows? I wish there's like extra lives that I can collect, but that would make things way too easy. And you know, Sonic 2 doesn't like to make things easy all the time. I wonder what happens if I just ride that one platform all the way through, since it seems to go towards the laser beam. Well, that happens. Cool. It's like one hit, right? That was one hit? But no, it seemed like with invincibility frames, that was just one hit. My ring. It seems a little arbitrary about how rings behave when they get taken away from you. That's like 2 hits. I always assume the lower number just because pessimism may be the correct type of optimism here. Oh no, oh no. Don't go towards me. It did give me time to react, though. Yeah, my goal is to not be too angry at the game, since, well, too much anger is not good. You remember that from my Super Mario Sunshine Let's Play when I was pretty much pissed off at the game. And I was like screaming bloody murder at the game, being like, I hate this game. This game is the worst. Blah, blah, blah. And so I became like an, you know, I'm not a fan of, oh my god. Yeah, like, about Mario Sunshine, like, it's fair to say that I don't like Mario Sunshine just because I'm just bad at it. That being said, I know a friend who speedruns Mario Sunshine, so I'm all like, well, I can't get good like him. Or I should, if he can get good, why can't I get good? Something like that, you know? Like, people can be better at games than I am. Why can't I be good at games? I mean, it kind of goes into why I prefer slower paced games that are like RPG based, you know, games with puzzles or stuff like that. Games that don't require like, you know, fast reflexes or anything like that, or my ring. That's what I hate the most about this boss fight. It's just so arbitrarily easy to lose your rings. Oh. Okay, 200 rings. So I got 2 1-ups on the way. I lost a life because of that one platforming section where I had to like jump from bars, and I was like, I'm not too happy with the bars, but whatever. Just find a platform to jump on and jump. 2 hits. That sounded like 2 hits. My shield, no. My rings, no. No. Get the ring. Don't get cornered. Don't get cornered. Okay. You got this. You got this. You're having this in a rhythm. Ugh. Can't. Okay. I don't know what I'm saying. Ugh. I don't know. I mean, I will say that this boss is garbage, and that it's a little tedious having to backtrack through Wing Fortress. Thankfully, though, strangely enough, like people seem to criticize Wing Fortress Zone, but I think I can get through it fine, mostly because of experience. I think through playing through it over and over again, so that may be beneficial having to do all that, but I hate how rings just bounce like crazy. No, I hate this boss though. I hate this boss. Oh wait, I hit him. 2 hits out of 8. And get the spring. Okay, nice. That's like 4 hits, nice. Oh no, don't corner me. Don't. So how many, so let's, I have like what, 2 hits to go then, right? 1 hit to go maybe? Don't hit me, don't come any closer. Okay, one more hit. Alright, yes! Suck on that egg, man. Suck on an egg, man. Where'd you go? Oh, he went there. Okay, so it should be over now, right? What's this here? I'm like, please don't send me into a dash. What? Hi, Eggman. This is like a setup for the next stage. Hi, Tails. Welcome back. You're not dead. Man, I never believed you were dead, but you never know. People could always assume that you're dead because maybe people also want you to be dead because you're not necessarily a fan favorite. Let's be honest. Hi, Sonic, that's a little too dangerous there. That's a little too extreme. Sonic. So this is basically a cutscene. A story-heavy cutscene in a Sonic game. Are we going to space? To space! Yeah, we're in space. How did Sonic survive without breathing? I mean, I know that, later Sonic games also take place in space, and they don't need to worry about the question of Sonic being able to breathe. Is that Metal Sonic? What? Why are there no rings here? Wait, I thought Metal Sonic was a thing in Sonic CD, not this game. Or is this a different type of Metal Sonic? How do I fight him? Oh god. Razor blades. Dear game developers, why did you thrust me into a boss battle with absolutely no rings? Just like the old Labyrinth Zone days of Sonic 1. Okay, so you can't hit him when he's like there. Actually, this should be straightforward. 2. Excuse me for not knowing the timing of this thing that I have never seen before. Yeah, so I think it was Rock Paper Mario who was saying that I expressed last video that if, when we get to the end of the game and I give my final thoughts, that I was not going to give a positive, I guess, personal review of Sonic 2. Like, I acknowledge that it's a good game, but, I was going to say that I had a horrible, or not a horrible time, but a bad time with this game. But, like, I never really had a chance to play this on my own, like many of you guys did when you played this game. Like, I'm sure, like, part of the experience is... Whoa. Part of the experience... Okay. Live and learn. Not trial and error, but live and learn. That's the more positive spin on trial and error, because trial and error implies that it's something imperfect. Not bad. How many hits is that? Oh wait, I could have just jumped on him there, but cool. I'm gonna get another game over, aren't I? Because even if I beat this thing, like, you know what's gonna come next? Eggman, probably. And, Eggman is a boss. 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. Duck. Excuse me for not knowing the timing. Yeah, so I think... So, like, Rock Paper Mario gave me, like, a comment about... like, part of my frustrations with the game stem from the fact that I feel pressure to make progress in these Let's Play videos, because, I mean, I could do a blind Let's Play of Sonic 2 where, I show everything, and, I don't need to make progress. It's just me, like, trying to get through the game after, like, try after try after try, which wouldn't be interesting to watch, however. That said, that's how things are done in streams, when you try to beat a game on stream, since there's, like, no editing and no pressure to finish by a certain time point. Why did I give you no rings? Like, it's pretty... I mean, it is a boss where you have to, like, beat it without getting hit. Like, absolutely no hits whatsoever. I just hope that this is the... Oh, I could have hit him there. Duh. I just hope that this is the only boss before Eggman. Because I assume that we're going to be fighting Eggman soon. Alright, 4. And then 5. Jump. So that's 6 hits, right? Oh. Getting a bit too hasty there. I don't know. This is a little rude, I'll say that. Expecting you to get through this boss without getting hit once. It feels like complete trial and error. That's the thing, like, you have like no reference about how to learn to fight the boss except with dying. Like, because you can't take hits, so everything you have to do has to be perfect. Oh. Yeah, like, you have to... The only way to progress is to do it perfectly, and heaven forbid you're slow in learning how to fight the boss. You lose all of your lives and it continues, and guess what? You get sent back to the beginning. Thankfully, I am using the level select code because I'm a cheap ass who doesn't believe in bettering myself in Sonic games. But yeah, so Rock Paper Mario said that there's this pressure in trying to do blind Let's Plays so that I have to make progress within a given video. That's such a small hurt box, only like the forehead. So, I don't know, like, he said that I would enjoy Sonic more if I, you know, let's say play it on my own, or maybe watch it, but trying to, like, do this for, like, a blind Let's Play format is a little detrimental to one's experience. The thing is, like, when it comes to blind Let's Plays, I never felt like for many games that doing it in a blind Let's Play format took away from the game as much as this, for example. Good. Like for like my other blind Let's Plays, for like, let's say Metal Gear Solid, I'm enjoying Metal Gear Solid, legitimately. While for, let's say, you know, I'm enjoying Metal Gear Solid. I think it's a perfect game, even though I'm doing it for a blind Let's Play. Or even though I'm doing a blind Let's Play of the game instead of my first playthrough on my own. Or Spyro 1, I enjoyed Spyro, but it's also because it's a little more lenient with how 3D platformers are. Like for the most part, when it comes to like blind Let's Plays, the fact that it's a blind Let's Play never really got in the way except for like maybe Sonic 1. So a part of me is wondering that maybe I shouldn't do Sonic Let's Plays for blind Let's Plays, because why do I not have rings? How am I supposed to fight you? I just realized. There's no check. Alright, you know what? Forget everything I just said. Because fuck you, Sega. What the fuck is wrong with you? Yeah. I try to be nice to you, being all like, you know, like, there's reasons behind everything, and, you know, I could be a little hot-headed, and, I mean, at least I'm learning this, at least. At least I know the pattern. I spoke too soon. People also assure me that Sonic 3 has less bullshit moments, unlike this game, which really ramps up the bullshit at the end. I'm not going to lie here. I'm not going to sugarcoat it. It was perfect. It was fine in the beginning, but they just ramp up the bullshit up to level 11 out of 10 for no good reason. Like, why did they have to do that? They just had to scare away everyone. My god, what the fuck? Like, a lot of my complaint is that, you know, like, okay, sure, make a hard game that's unapproachable, but, you know, like, how the hell are you going to get new fans if you just scare people away? But like I said, I was born into a different era of gaming, a whole different generation of gaming, and Sonic 2 is a game that belongs more with the older generation of games when things were done differently. When, you know, you can make short games because, you know, you can only make short games, so you just ramp up the difficulty so that you get your money's worth. But with that said, and with the fact that I am under pressure to perform better than I should with my first experiences with the game, I think this is legitimately complete bullshit. They give you no rings. It's just a case of artificial difficulty. Just so they can pretty much, elongate the game so that you don't feel like you're gypped, which means, you bought a good product. But I wonder if most of the praise given to Sonic 2 is because of memories with the beginning of the game and not the end of the game where everything seems to fall apart. Because this game was going fine, but these things at the very end of the game, like this, and then the next fight with absolutely no rings. Like, what's... Like, I get this, maybe the story reason behind that, because this is like Eggman's base, but... I don't know, like... I guess I can just spin dash this boss, can't I? Can't. Okay. Oh, get away! And duck! I can just... So much for spin dashing, Like, here's another thing I kind of wish about Sonic 2. I wish there were, like, more segments that encouraged spin dashing. Like, I'd say, like, when it comes to level design, Chemical Plant Zone had it nailed down perfectly with, how spin dashing was going to change Sonic. I feel like that was, like, a good way to excite people. Like, horizontal-based platforming, like, it's exciting. You get to try something new. It feels dynamic. And same can be said for like Emerald Hill Zone, but then things slow down with how there's a huge emphasis on, vertical platforming or platforming that just serves to ruin your momentum by just trolling you. And then there's this, which I actually cannot forgive. Well, I mean, who is expecting me to forgive a game? Who was expecting me to forgive a game for, all design standards of the 90s, but still, this is... I mean, just think about many other games that have, like, bullshit final segments. For example, one game I can think of is Ninja Turtles Radical Rescue. That game has a pretty BS, final segment because... so the game can only save based on passwords. So the thing is, they don't give you any passwords once the boss rush starts. And the way the game is structured is that there's a boss rush of all previous 4 bosses. And then you have to fight the final boss with its 2 phases. At best, you can have like 1 power up for like extra health, but you're on your own against a boss rush of 6 bosses. So... that's another example of, like, something bullshit happening at the end of a game. Okay. But this... At least in Ninja Turtles Radical Rescue, they give you a health extension. Here, they just take everything away from you after establishing that you're okay with rings. It's a completely artificial way to introduce difficulty at the very end. And I disagree with that. Like, I'm okay with natural difficulty. I'm okay with raising the bar of difficulty. But doing it artificially, that is where I draw the line. That is where I cannot say that it's fair. That is where I cannot say it's a fair design choice. That is where I cannot say it's a good game design choice. This is where I have to say this is just utter bullshit. I guess any hopes for me being all zen is lost. Like, I cannot be zen. Oh. I mean, it's not as if I'm going to beat the game with this 1 life here. Because I need to figure out how to fight Eggman, too. That said... I wonder, though, like... When people say that Sonic 2 is the best of the original trilogy, are people just talking about, like... Okay, so I guess he goes with under the ground. So when does he jump then? Also, he doesn't telegraph how he's going to move. Telegraphing would be nice because honestly, that boss fight is a guessing game. And you can only know through memorization. You're not given a chance to learn as you go because you die in one hit. And that's going to be the case for the Eggman fight. Like I said, this is where I draw the line between what I accept and what I don't find acceptable. Like, okay, I guess I'm confident that they don't, have like weird ass design choices in Sonic 3 or future Sonic games. I just find this last segment, and I find the last few levels except for Sky Chase Zone to be disappointing. That's really it. I'm just really disappointed by the second half of the game. Because the first half was good. Like, I say that maybe like starting with Hilltop Zone it kind of slows down, but Mystic Cave and Hilltop were okay. But this, I don't know, like, this kind of leaves me with a bad taste here. Okay, so that's how I hit. Cool. And guess what? I have to. No checkpoint, no rings. I'm half tempted to just throw the controller and just say, I'm done with the game, I've seen everything there is to see, because really it's just these two boss battles, that's all there is to see. Maybe like credits, but, do I care enough for the credits? Because I'm really tempted to just end it here without beating the game, because I feel like I don't need to. I've seen everything there is to see. That's what I wanted to see in this blind Let's Play anyway. Experience Sonic 2, and I feel like I've already done that. I feel like this whole thing just feels extraneous. That being said, I beat this Metal Sonic in one hit. I know that this is different from the Metal Sonic of Sonic CD and afterwards. Like, there's a main character Metal Sonic that appears in, let's say, Sonic Boom, but I forget which one the one I'm fighting in Sonic 2 is. Okay, so that's how I hit him. Okay. Cool. 2 hits. Although, how many hits does the final boss take, I wonder? Okay, so it's just where you land. Oh! Reflexes. I mean, here's the thing. There's another game that kind of has a pretty infamous final boss section as well, and that's Mega Man X, which is a game I praise a lot critically, but it's very unforgiving at the end. Because what happens is that, you go through a boss rush of like at least 3 bosses, I think. Yeah, 3 bosses. There's Sigma's dog, Sigma's original form, and then Sigma's final form. And, Sigma's final form is incredibly difficult. Like, it's very hard to dodge attacks, and, you have to like save your energy from the first 2 fights. But they do one thing right, however, and that's the fact that you can reserve energy in sub-tanks, or E-tanks, pretty much. And, yeah, I guess that's where this game and Mega Man X differ. Being able to take hits. Fuck you, Eggman. Fuck you. So I had to watch this boss fight on YouTube because I would not have figured it out otherwise. Because I eventually learned that there is a pattern if you just wait it out, but... So I had to watch it on YouTube in order to fully understand how to fight the boss, so... The strategy of like waiting on the right side of the screen for the targeting system and then going to the left when he shoots his claws out every 2 lasers or targets. And, you know, the YouTube video was like more reckless and like hitting Eggman, but I chose to hit Eggman at more spaced out moments so that I could be safer, because there's always the risk of dying, which is too big. Even then, I don't know how much time has passed. I'm probably not going to show you all my attempts, but it's roughly like, if we combined all the video footage that I've recorded for this one part, it's roughly 90 minutes from beginning to now. Roughly like an hour or so spent on Death Egg Zone. And it would have been longer if I just worked on it on my own without watching that YouTube video. So there is some satisfaction in, you know, learning the pattern of a boss and figuring it out. That said, I was saying that stuff like Metropolis Zone and Wing Fortress Zone were kind of leaving a bad taste in my mouth regarding Sonic 2. Death Egg Zone only made that worse. I did not like this game. I did not like playing this game. The first half was good. It was enjoyable. The second half was just... I feel like... Here's the thing. They introduced 2 new gameplay mechanics to Sonic 2. Spin Dash and Tails. I understand why Tails wasn't a huge part of the gameplay, however, because you can play as, you know, Sonic or Tails by yourself. Because I was about to say, like, why didn't they add in more ideas regarding Tails, or like... But, I mean, I guess that's fine. But the Spin Dash, I feel like there's like so many more things they could have done with the Spin Dash aside from what they did. Like, the bosses, all of them just relied on jumping. None of the bosses encouraged spin dashing. Or like, whenever there are spin dashing moments, you're like discouraged from spin dashing because of traps. Or all the levels are like vertically aligned, like Metropolis Zone. Like, maybe they're just getting used to the idea of the spin dash, but it could have been utilized more. Like I said, I think Death Egg Zone, like, sure, you get better at it as you practice more, and that is indeed what happened to me. You know, I kind of got the timing of Metal Sonic, I think that's his name, or whatever he is, Metal Sonic down, and I kind of figured out the good times to hit Eggman, so... or Robotnik, rather. So, it is really about learning the game. But did I have fun? That is the important part. Only in the first half. Up to Oil Ocean Zone. And maybe a Sky Chase Zone, but even then, if let's say there's a curve, the fun level's like high at first, and then it kind of dips at Aquatic Ruin Zone, but then it kind of comes back up for Casino Night Zone until the boss when it dips down again. Hilltop Zone was like, Mr. Cave maybe a little bit more, but then Oil Ocean a little bit less. The tanks in Metropolis Zone, and then it maybe kind of goes back up a little bit in Sky Chase Zone, but it just goes to like 10% in Wing Fortress Zone, especially because it's a very boring stage too. And then it just goes down to 0% with Death Egg Zone. That is how I feel my fun varied throughout the game. So let's say if you take an average of that, what number do you get? Not a good number. This is the level I liked. Why couldn't we have like more of this? I like this place. But as I was discussing earlier in the video, part of my struggle when it comes to like enjoying this game came from the pressure of needing to make progress in every video. So like doing a blind let's play was actually like counterproductive, or like it didn't do me any good. Like, why couldn't we have like more of these sections in the game? This was awesome. But no, we just didn't have more of these moments. Like, I thought Chemical Plant Zone was going to be the difficult zone, but this is like the most enjoyable zone of them all. And I wish there was like more of this. I really do. Because I felt like I don't get why people have enjoyed this game, aside from how this game was just culturally significant. I mean, it was significant for like, you know, being a stepping stone for the Sonic series, but yeah, so I get that part of the problem with my perception of this game was because I was under pressure with doing well with the fact that I was doing a Let's Play, but at the same time, so I'll say this. I don't think I want to do any more Sonic Let's Plays, especially blind Let's Plays. 2D Sonic games, I don't know if even Sonic 3 can save my perception of 2D Sonic games because I didn't enjoy Sonic 2. What guarantee is there that I'll enjoy Sonic 3, aside from, let's say, the music perhaps, which is also pretty exceptional with the whole rumor or the fact that Michael Jackson might have been involved with the music of Sonic 3, but that's a whole different story. And besides, that's music. Music and gameplay, they can be separated sometimes. But yeah, like I don't think I want to do a Let's Play of Sonic 3 or any Sonic game on my channel in the future. 2D, 3D, because like 3D Sonic games get weird. Like the only 3D Sonic game I can imagine myself being interested in doing for this channel is maybe Sonic Adventure 2. Because I'm sick and tired of Sonic Adventure because I've watched like 3 Let's Plays of that game, and by the 3rd Let's Play, I was just really bored of the game. So I'm not interested in Sonic Adventure 1. I mean, I shouldn't have watched the Let's Plays, but I knew that I wouldn't get that far in the Sonic series anyway, so I didn't really feel pressure to bar myself from not watching Sonic Adventure, and then, you know, some of my favorite channels at the time were doing Sonic Adventure 1, so basically what I'm saying is I'm not interested in Sonic Adventure 1. Sonic Adventure 2, maybe, because that's the one that modern Sonic fans love, but even then, that's like the only thing I would maybe consider. And that's a huge maybe, and it's not an eager maybe either, it's more like, it's there. Sonic Colors, I don't know, like I'm currently watching a Let's Play of it, so it's probably not going to be blind. Sonic Generations, I mean by that point, Sonic Generations is like a reboot or a compilation, not a reboot, but it's like, you know, just more like a compilation game more than anything, so I don't know how I would feel about Sonic Generations, aside from the fact that, you know, people say Sonic Generations is the best Sonic game since the transition to 3D. Alright, just go. So I don't know, I feel like if the Sonic series is a hit or miss for me, it's a miss for myself, starting from the 2D games. I may sound whiny, but I just didn't really have fun, I'm sorry to say. So if this Let's Play ended on a bummer, I'm sorry, but the issue is, of course, that I have different standards for gaming because I was raised with, you know, the Nintendo 64 and beyond. So I have different standards that are not necessarily met by this game, but yeah. So that's going to be it for this Let's Play. I'm sorry that it kind of ended on a pretty bad note, but I kind of wish I had a better experience. So I'm sorry to disappoint you guys. Like I said, I'm probably not interested in doing Sonic Let's Plays of like Sonic CD or Sonic 3. I know that many of you were interested in my channel because of Sonic projects, but I've lost interest. Sorry to say. If you want to unsubscribe, I'm not going to stop you. It's your choice. I'm sorry, everyone. I really am.